Welcome to Kunzy Podcast English. Did you know that every day you are given an invaluable gift that no one can take away? It's the 24 hours exactly the same for everyone around the world. But why is it that some people use those 24 hours to change their entire lives, while others let time slip away meaninglessly? In today's episode, we will uncover the secret to making the most of your 24 hours each day to become the best version of yourself. Let's start this journey right now. Everyone has 24 hours, but why are our results so different? There is one truth in this world that is both incredibly fair and ruthlessly honest. Everyone, no matter who they are, is given the exact same 24 hours in a day. No one gets more, no one gets less. The billionaire, the janitor, the student living in a tiny rented room, and the single mother working 2 jobs, they all have 24 hours. It's the only currency we all receive equally. And yet, what we build with it could not be more different. Look at Elon Musk running Tesla, SpaceX, and more still, only 24 hours. Then look at someone scrolling TikTok for hours with no direction. Same time, different lives. Why? Because how we choose to spend our 24 hours determines everything. Some people wake up and the first thing they touch is their phone. Notifications, social media, one short video turns into 5, then 10. Before they realize it, 2 hours are gone, vanished into the black hole of distraction. They laugh at videos, comment on strangers' lives, gossip, argue, complain. But when it comes to their own dreams, they say, I don't have time. No time to learn, no time to grow, no time to build the life they secretly wish for. But the truth is, it's not about not having time. It's about not making time. Then there are those who live differently. They rise with purpose. Even if tired, even if broke, they find 30 minutes to read. They squeeze in 15 minutes of language learning during lunch breaks. They journal. They plan. They execute imperfectly, maybe, but consistently. They know that one small action today may not change their world overnight. But 1 hour a day over 365 days, that changes everything. And this is where the gap begins. Not in intelligence, not in privilege, but in how they value their time. You don't need to be born lucky, you just need to treat your hours like gold. Because success isn't sudden, it's earned hour by hour, choice by choice, day by day. If you've been feeling stuck, lost, or like you're falling behind, breathe. You get another 24 hours tomorrow, and you have the power to use them differently. You can trade entertainment for education, complaining for action. You can turn I'll do it someday into I'll start now. And that changes your life's trajectory. The truth is, no one becomes great by accident. Greatness is built in quiet moments when no one is watching, but you're still choosing growth, choosing discomfort, choosing to push forward. So ask yourself, how did you spend your last 24 hours? And more importantly, how will you spend your next 24? Because how you use your hour is how you shape your life. Time is your greatest asset. Use it wisely or lose everything. Every morning, imagine waking up and receiving a deposit into your account. 86,400 units. That's how many seconds you get in a day. You can use them however you like. But here's the rule. Whatever you don't use today, it's gone forever. You can't roll them over. You can't save them. You can't borrow more. The next morning, your account resets to 86,400 seconds and the cycle begins again. Most people don't realize this account exists, and that's why they waste the most valuable currency they'll ever have. We tend to think money is our greatest asset. That money is what determines success, freedom, or happiness. But the truth is, money can be lost and earned again. Time cannot. Every minute that slips by is a piece of your life that vanishes into the void. You can never relive that exact moment. And the older you get, the faster time seems to move. Not because the clock runs faster, but because you've become more aware of how little of it you truly have. Smart people never kill time. They invest it. Every hour they spend learning something new is a building block toward their desired future. They treat time like capital because it is. Want health? You need time to train. Want wisdom? You need time to read and reflect. Want relationships that matter? You need time to connect and care. Want money? You need time to produce, create, and contribute. Meanwhile, others trade their time for distractions. They waste hours on social media, watching videos that offer no value, engaging in meaningless conversations, attending gatherings with no purpose, or simply letting time bleed away while they wait for motivation. They act as if time is infinite, but it's not. And one day they will look back and realize they traded their most precious asset for nothing. That regret, the regret of lost time, is the heaviest burden of all. Ask yourself this simple but powerful question. Is the way I'm spending my time today getting me closer to the life I want? If the answer is no, then something must change. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when it's convenient, but now. Right now. What's dangerous isn't how busy you are, it's what you're busy with. Some people work 12 hours a day, but they do it for a purpose, a dream, a vision they've carefully crafted. Others are just as busy, but they're busy avoiding, busy reacting, busy spinning in circles, hoping that someday things will magically change. Successful people aren't necessarily more talented than you, but they have one defining habit: intentional time management. They don't let the world decide what they do. They decide. They plan their day. They guard their time fiercely. They say no to anything that doesn't align with their goals. Because they understand one thing clearly: time is life, and every moment misused is a part of life lost. So what about you? Are you living each day as if it were your last? Or are you postponing your life for a someday that may never come? Time waits for no one, and if you don't claim it, someone else will claim it for you. You'll find yourself living for other people's agendas instead of your own dreams. Remember this: everything you want, health, freedom, success, joy, it's all bought with time. The better you invest, the greater the return. Don't wait until it's too late. Don't look back with what if or I should have. Choose now. Act now. Use your time like your life depends on it, because it does. Learning to say no, the key to mastering your 24 hours. In today's world, if you don't know how to say no, you'll soon be swept away by a flood of random requests, sudden calls, unplanned hangouts, and a never-ending stream of notifications dancing on your screen. You wake up in the morning with a clear to-do list, but just an hour later that plan crumbles, disrupted by a casual invitation, a long chat, or a short video that leads you into the endless maze of social media. And then you wonder, why do I always feel like I don't have enough time? The answer is simple: because you haven't learned to say no. No is one of the shortest words in the dictionary, yet it carries immense power. Saying no isn't about being cold or selfish. It's about showing respect for your time, your goals, and your life. Those who truly master their 24 hours are not superheroes. They're simply people who dare to set boundaries. Have you ever agreed to join a gathering you didn't want to attend just because you were afraid of offending someone? Have you said yes to a colleague's request even when your own workload was already overwhelming? Have you said sure to weekend plans, even though your soul craved rest and a quiet book? Each time you say yes to something you don't truly want, you're not just losing time, you're giving away your energy, your focus, and your peace of mind. And worse, you might regret it afterward. But the cycle keeps repeating because you still haven't learned one essential thing: how to say no at the right time. Successful people aren't the ones who do the most. They are the ones who do the right things. They set clear standards for what deserves their attention and what doesn't. Every invitation is a test. Every decision you make today shapes the road you'll walk tomorrow. So, are you walking a path others have chosen for you, or one you've intentionally created? The truth is, saying no isn't easy, especially when you care about your relationships. We fear being seen as rude or unreliable. But here's what you must understand. The people who truly value and respect you will also respect your boundaries. They won't guilt you into sacrificing what's important just to please them. And those who do? Perhaps they never valued you in the first place. Saying no is how you clear mental space. You decline a random meetup to spend time in meditation. You skip another episode at midnight to protect your sleep. You politely refuse an extra task that's not your responsibility so you can focus on your personal goals. These small actions, repeated daily, create a life of clarity, freedom, and fulfillment far greater than you imagine. You don't have to say no in a harsh or dismissive way. There's an art to saying no gracefully. Instead of saying, "I can't help," you can say, "I'd love to help, but right now I'm focused on a high priority project." Or, rather than agreeing under pressure, say, "Let me think about it and get back to you." In doing so, you remain kind while still honoring your limits. People who master time are those who live with purpose. They know exactly what brings them closer to their dreams and what pulls them further away. Every minute is a brick in the foundation of their future. They refuse to let trivial distractions steal those precious bricks. They say no to what doesn't matter so they can say yes to what truly does. A meaningful career, strong health, deep relationships, and inner peace. To build this habit of saying no, you need an internal compass. That compass is your life vision. You need to be clear about where you're heading and what your top priorities are right now. If you don't know what matters, you'll fall for everything. And when everything feels important, nothing truly is. Every morning, ask yourself, is what I'm about to do today bringing me closer to the life I want? If the answer is no, don't be afraid to reject it. Be bold. Be intentional. Guard your time like it's the most precious treasure, because in truth it is. Time is life. Every moment you say no to distractions, you're saying yes to yourself. You can't control everything around you, but you can always control what you give your time to. And sometimes a single well-placed no can unlock an entirely new path for your life. Turn 24 hours into a launch pad for life transformation. You don't need to change your whole life in one day. No one is asking you to become a completely new person overnight. But the truth is, you can transform your entire life if you know how to use each day wisely. Every 24 hours is a new opportunity to learn something new, take one step closer to your goals, and live with more kindness both to yourself and those around you. Each morning you wake up, life hands you a fresh ticket and a chance to board the train headed toward the future you've always dreamed of. The question is, are you awake enough to realize that? Or are you stuck on the same old loop, waking up in a rush, scrolling through your phone mindlessly, wasting hours on things that don't matter, and ending the day with an empty, unfulfilled feeling? Some people use their 24 hours to study, improve themselves, exercise, read, plan ahead, and reflect on their path. Others spend the same 24 hours chasing instant pleasure, binge watching, sleeping in, avoiding challenges, putting things off. And at the end of the day, one person is a step closer to their dreams. The other, still standing still, or worse, falling behind. The difference isn't in how lucky they are. It's not about their IQ or their background. The difference lies in how they use time. Successful people don't have more hours than you. They simply turn time into a powerful tool that moves their life forward. You can choose to wake up 1 hour earlier to read a book. You can spend 30 minutes in the morning breathing fresh air and moving your body. You can shut off your phone at night to plan your next day. You can sit quietly for 10 minutes and write in your journal asking yourself, did I live meaningfully today? These small choices done consistently will shape a completely different version of you in months or years to come. Never underestimate the power of small actions. A single drop of water doesn't seem like much, but keep dripping and it fills a bucket. A short step may not look impressive, but taken every day, it can conquer a mountain. Don't fool yourself into thinking one day won't make a difference, because it's these seemingly ordinary days used intentionally that silently shape the life you're building. The key is taking control of your time before someone else does. Because if you don't choose how to spend your 24 hours, someone else will be more than happy to choose for you. The world won't wait for you to feel ready. Opportunities don't knock on the doors of those who sleep in. Success doesn't follow wishful thinking, it follows action. And action begins by owning each day. So ask yourself honestly, what are you doing with your time today? Are you following a path you designed? Or are you being pulled by distractions and the expectations of others? Are you investing in what matters or wasting hours on things that leave you feeling more disconnected? Transformation doesn't need to be loud. You don't need to post it online. You don't even need anyone else to notice. But you must notice. You must feel the shift inside. Feel yourself becoming stronger, clearer, more disciplined bit by bit every time you choose to use your day with intention. You're not running out of time. You're just not using it well yet. Don't blame your busy schedule or your circumstances or other people, because at the end of the day, you choose what you're busy with. Are you busy avoiding, or are you busy growing? Every choice tells a story of who you're becoming. And if you've made it this far into this message, that's already a sign that something inside you is changing. Something in you is waking up. So start now. Don't wait for next week, next month, or the perfect moment. Action begins while fears. You may not feel ready, but the only way to get ready is to begin. Make today's 24 hours your launch pad. Even a small move counts, but make it intentional, make it aligned, and commit to it. Because every single day lived with purpose is a day that brings you closer to the life you were meant to live. 24 hours is the key to rewriting your life. Have you ever paused during a busy day, looked at the clock, and asked yourself, how far have I really moved toward my dreams? If your answer is not very far, you're not alone. But the real question isn't how far you've gone. It's how you've been using the one thing everyone has in equal supply, 24 hours a day. You didn't choose where you were born. You don't control every twist and turn life throws at you. But you do have the power to decide what you do with your 24 hours today. And that single choice, it changes everything. Success doesn't come from giant leaps. It comes from small, steady steps, repeated day after day. You don't need to wake up and shock the world. You just need to wake up and beat the person you were yesterday. 24 hours. It's not a small number, and yet, most of us let it slip away like sand through our fingers. A few minutes here on social media, a few minutes there procrastinating, a few more doing things that don't move us an inch closer to where we want to be. And then we wonder, why am I still stuck? Your life won't change because you know what to do. It will change when you act on it every day, even in the smallest ways. You want to learn a new language? Start with 30 minutes a day. Do you want a healthier body? Go for a 20-minute walk instead of scrolling TikTok. Do you want success? Start doing the hard things and the uncomfortable things because that's where you grow. You're not lacking time. You're just not managing it with intention. And if you don't use your time to build your own dreams, eventually you'll spend it helping someone else build theirs. Stop saying, I don't have time. Be honest. I didn't make it a priority. Because you always find time for what you truly want. Every day is a song waiting to be written. Every hour is a note. And you hold the pen. So what kind of melody will you write today? Will it be soft and forgettable or bold, intentional and unforgettable? 24 hours, 1440 minutes, 860, 400 seconds. The numbers never change, but your life can if you choose to begin now. Don't wait for tomorrow, because tomorrow doesn't always come, but today is yours. And this moment, it's your chance. Dear listeners, what you've just heard is not merely a reminder, but a reflection of your own life. Each of us is given the same 24 hours. No one receives more, and no one loses less. The only difference lies in how you choose to live each hour of your day. Life doesn't wait for you to be ready. It only waits for you to begin. Wherever you are, whatever your past looks like, once you reclaim control of your time today, you have already taken the first steps to rewrite your life story. Don't let what you just heard remain only a nice idea. Let it become real action. A small decision today can be the turning point for your future. If you feel this episode has touched you, please help Kunzy Podcast English spread this value to many more people. Hit like, because every like is encouragement for me to keep creating meaningful content. Share this episode with your friends, family, or anyone caught in the whirlwind of time. They might need it more than you think. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the transformational journeys we will take together in the episodes ahead. Life is a journey, and Kunzy Podcast English is always here to accompany you every day, every moment, every 24 hours.